On a cold and gray November evening in 1989, Harold Yeager, an East German lieutenant colonel in charge of passport control at Bornholmer Street, watched as dozens of East Berliners showed up at the Berlin Wall. Hours earlier, Gunter Schabowski, a communist German politician, had said East Berliners were free to travel. Yeager was so shocked he almost choked on his dinner at the news. No one had notified him of this change. The crowd anxiously waited for any sign they would be allowed through, but Yeager and his fellow Bork guards gave none. As the crowd grew, Yeager decided to ask his superiors for help, but he too had not heard of the news. Soon, the crowd had grown to over 10,000 people, with many of them shouting, "Open the gate!" He quickly called his boss, Colonel Ziegenhorn. Once Yeager explained the situation, he said, "You're calling me because of this nonsense? Send them away." But the tension from the crowd was so great, Yeager was afraid someone would get hurt. So to get rid of some of the tension, he ordered that they let some of the people through. It was the only thing he could think of to help the situation. But when they were let through, he made sure their passports were stamped wrong, so that if they tried to return home, they would be unable to. But this did not help. The crowd got even more rowdy. Yeager called his superiors again and was told he was on his own. For once in his career, he had no idea what to do. He was worried that if left as it was, a riot would break out. He felt he had no choice. So at 11:30 p.m., he gave the orders to the border guards. "Open the gate. Let the Eastern Berliners come through." Tons of people flooded through, and he watched as they rejoiced and celebrated at finally being able to visit the part of the city that had been closed off from them for over 28 years. Some curious Berliners even entered into the East. Hours later, on the night of November 9th, 1989, the Berlin Wall fell.